States and Israel launch airstrikes. We're also getting reports this hour of one person killed in the United Arab Emirates.
News starts coming out. Some debris hits the Fairmont on the Palm. I go to sleep, and then 2:30 in the morning, the alert comes on, and it's bang, 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 bang. I felt, debris falling, and it's shaking, your building, your window. These are places that we go to, that we frequent. And it's like, I was just there the other day. That's something I'm not familiar with. In the back of everyone's mind, where it's like, any second it could go down. And then more so, I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna fly out today.
Let's fly out. Big teams, big boys, eh?
My highs and lows, inherit growth, Mr. Deeds. Went from juggling 3 jobs to CEO like I'm Steve. Never been a rotten apple, call me John Appleseed. That's how I bleed, God can see, no other man can judge me. Call him Mike, Mr. International, getting cream. Single mother told me worth, and now I'm worth everything. Went from Wall Street to Abu Dhabi, straight rolling in a Maserati with women that feel exotic. My life too pristine.
Man, you didn't have to do them like that, man. You didn't have to do them like that.
It was film day.
Yeah.
We gotta make a statement.
Exactly. We gotta make a statement.
What's going on,
Let's
man?
fly out.
Welcome back to the Last Fight Out podcast. We're your hosts, Mike and Jay. Hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and give us a follow across all of our social media channels where we can be found at Last Fight Out Podcast. You can find me, Jay, at JLubrero26 across all of my social media accounts, and you can follow Mike at...
If Mike was here.
So my man literally just got off the plane from the Middle East, and as of the time of this recording, and probably by the time we drop this video, it will still be war in the Middle East. So
yeah.
First things first, on a serious note, the moment the first bombs went out, I sent you those text messages. I was checking in on you. I'm sure you had mad people checking in on you.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Right now, I'm okay. Right now, I'm relieved. And man, it's just like when I first landed, so I left Saturday, so I left day 8 of the war.
Yeah.
And when I landed on Saturday, I slept for 12 hours straight.
When you landed in New York?
I landed in New York.
Yeah.
I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock, and probably more than 12 hours I slept. Like,
yeah, right.
I was just tired because for 8 days, I couldn't get any sleep.
Right.
So, and it's no joke. And I mean, the UAE has done a great job as far as like deflecting the missiles or intercepting the missiles is what they call it. But man, I'm not used to that missile bangs and popping all over my head. And I've actually seen a couple of missiles fly over my head. So I'm from the hood. I'm used to a couple of gunshots here and there.
This is big boy guns. This is big boy bullets right here.
There's a huge difference between gunshots and then missiles being intercepted.
Yeah. So, okay, so give us the rundown. I remember the first missiles going off like the week prior. We thought it would be something quick. I mean, look, like for what it was, I think it was the U.S. and Israel who started, right?
Yeah,
who sent the first missiles into Iran. That's a factual statement. And then Iran, Iran retaliated. And I guess the U.S. and Israel, they retaliate against their allies. So it's like me having beef with Mike and I punch his homeboy. Right? Like, exactly. That's what happened.
I mean, I feel like they retaliated off of like, you enable, like, why was, like, if you're my friend, why are you letting such and such talk shit about me?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's
why
true.
are you hanging out with my enemy?
Yeah, no, it's true. Well,
that's just like, I can't get to my enemy, I'm gonna get to you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they're hurting. It's like I guess in those like mob movies when they try to kill your family first to try to get to you, and then they eventually get to you, right? But
yeah.
Anyway, give the rundown. I want to hear I think people want to hear details. How did I remember the first couple of days there was like misinformation, like not misinformation. There was a lot of misinformation going on, and then in terms of social media, what was going on, boots on the ground. But I have you and other people out there who are giving me the real. So what was going on?
All right. And before I start this, I want to let everyone know that this is my account. This is what I saw with my own eyes. This isn't me looking on social media or anything like that and then giving you a story. This is the true thing of like what I lived and what I went through, what I felt, what I saw, what I heard with just all my senses, So first things first, the first day was Saturday.
Yes.
So last week, Saturday, I was at an 18 and under EuroLeague game where they invited different teams.
Oh, the EuroLeague Next, right?
Yeah, the EuroLeague Next. So I was at that game, just entered the arena. It's like 1:30 p.m. And all of a sudden we get this alert on our phone. It's kind of like the Amber Alerts here.
Yeah, right.
And it's like incoming missiles are coming. And you're reading it at first. You're like, what's going on?
Right.
And it was just loud. Everybody's phone is going off. They actually stopped the game. And then that's when you knew it was serious, when they stopped the actual game.
Right.
And all that. So they stopped the game. And we're thinking it's nothing because something similar like this has happened before.
Yep.
But it happened where it was like one missile came through.
I was there.
Yeah.
It was when it hit the Abu Dhabi refinery and it killed 3 people. It came from Yemen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was the one I lived through, but like it was a singular attack.
Yeah, it was one attack. I think it happened when I was asleep because I didn't even notice it. Like I was like, oh, okay, that happened, and business as usual.
Right.
That was it. So this happens. Me and my boy, shout out to Ken, walk outside, and then everybody's looking up, and then you see like this cloud of smoke.
That's the picture that you sent me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I took that picture at first just because I was like, why is everyone looking up? You know? And then I later see on the news, they show that same area and they're like, oh, the missile was intercepted and it's showing over the arena. And I'm like, oh, so that's what I seen. And you know, all of this is new. I don't know how missiles are supposed to sound, how missiles are drawn when they're intercepted, like how does it look in the air? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it looks. I'm like, oh, snap. Thinking it's nothing because this has happened one time before. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is an isolated event. And for the most part, I feel safe in the UAE. It's been one of the safest countries I've ever been to. So literally, you know, just a missile gets intercepted over our head. What do you think we do? You know, we think it's nothing.
Go back to brunch.
Literally, we went to like, oh, let's grab brunch at Mamshah, which if you know, it's in the island of Saadiyat. And that's where the Louvre is. That's where the new Guggenheim is going to be. It's a very prestigious area.
The Abrahamic church, right? And all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Exactly. So we go there, we're grabbing lunch, grabbing drinks, you know, not taking this thing serious at all. And then all of a sudden we hear like 4 big bangs, bang, bang. And I can't even describe that sound to you.
Right. I can't even.
You know, but it's bang, bang, bang. And then the alarms in the building went off saying to take cover. And then everyone in the restaurants are nervous. And then they start to shut down the restaurants. They're like, yeah, we're going to close early just for safety and all that. And then I'm like, damn, like, you know, what do we do now? Because it's actually ongoing throughout that day. And then I live in Al Raha, which is close to the airport. And so that's what they were aiming for because there's some army bases around there.
Right, yeah.
So they're aiming towards that. And I'm like, man, I have to get my passport. I go in survival mode.
ATM cash.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do. I'm doing everything at the same time. I go food shopping.
Right.
I go to the ATM.
Get the toilet paper.
Yeah. You know. Go to the ATM. No, I started shopping for beans. I'm like, you know, perishables I could store and I could eat it cold like that. Tuna cans and all that. So go food shopping.
It's not funny, but if you know Mike, like,
you know, think about it all at the same time. Spent like $300 on food, on groceries.
Right.
Took out like $2,000 cash USD. And then I'm like, let me go home to get my passport and pack because I'm gonna leave after I went grocery shopping, you know? So all of that, it all made sense at the time.
Right.
So then I go home and then it's like, it's sunset now. And when I go home, I start packing and I don't even know what to pack. Cause I'm thinking, I'm like, man, this is my home. Like, it feels like, yo, is this the end? Is this like, that's it, it's over and I'm gone? Or like, you don't know what to think. Cause it's like, it could go left real quick.
Right.
You know? So then as I'm packing, all of a sudden, and everybody, all my friends in Dubai were like, man, you guys are getting in Abu Dhabi. What's going on? And they're chilling. Nothing's happening. So I'm like, let me pack, get a hotel in Dubai. Soon as I start to pack and try to get a hotel in Dubai, then the news starts coming out. They hit some debris hits the Fairmont on the Palm. Also, I think that night it hit the Burj Al Arab.
Yeah,
you know?
Al Arab,
Yeah.
Corner right on the side.
Yeah. And so then it's like, damn, where do you go? So I'm like, I'm gonna just stay put for the night. And just so everyone knows, like the UAE is a small country. So when they're naming these places of where these missiles are being intercepted, where the debris is falling. These are places that we go to, that we frequent. That it's like, oh, I was just there the other day.
Yeah.
Like I know that place.
Yep.
I get my hair cut there. I shop there. I go out to eat there, grab shisha there. So it hits close to home where it's like, oh, it's not far away. It's, oh, I know that place.
When you were sending me the videos and everybody else, I was like, damn, the amount of times I've been at these places, at the Fairmont, I've had brunch at the Fairmont.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been at the Fairmont and the Burj Al Arab with the, whatever the beachfront thing is there. Like, so I can kind of visualize it, but it was just from my perspective, as I was telling people here, because they've never been there or they've never visited or lived there. They couldn't empathize with you, with the people that were there. Like I can, right? Because I actually lived there. So
yeah.
some people, I mean, everybody was like, oh, thank God I'm not there. But I'm just like, yo, there's 11 million people that are there. You know what I mean? So like, it's a scary situation, especially for Americans, because this is not something that we're used to typically, right?
Exactly,
So like, I mean, I won't speak for other cultures or nationalities, but at least Americans are not used to having missiles fly over their heads. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly.
so anyway, so day one.
Yeah, so that's the end of the night. So now all my friends in Dubai are telling me like, oh, snap is going down over here. So I'm like, okay, they're leaving us alone. They're going to Dubai. I'm still thinking this is going to be over by tomorrow. That's it, right? Then I go to sleep, and then 2:30 in the morning, the alert comes on, and it's bang, 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 bang. So
You're in your bedroom.
I'm in my bedroom. And so the building's shaking, the windows are shaking and things like that. And it's scary. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. So I blew up my air mattress and I literally slept in the hallway. Like,
Were you the only one doing that?
I know people that were sleeping in the basement, sleeping in the hallway, sleeping in, there's different storage rooms depending on how your apartment is, sleeping in the storage rooms. And some people weren't affected because of their location. Like, okay, it's not that bad. I just keep getting the alert, but we're safe because in the UAE, there hasn't been probably like one missile that actually landed, but no one was there. But there hasn't been an actual like hit, impact, or something like a residential area. But if you're close to these areas by the army base or by the airport, you're seeing it, you're hearing it, and you're feeling it. So everybody's perspective is different.
Unfortunately, there were some casualties, right? The first couple of days, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was an Indian expat who died because of the debris falling, and a couple of U.S. military servicemen who died when they hit, because some of the missiles got to the army bases.
Yeah,
the army bases. So what is going through your mind, bro, at this time? Like, you know, you sleep in the hallway. We spoke a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Like during those first couple of days, you sounded shook and tired more than anything.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get any sleep.
You were not getting any sleep. I was like, everybody was asking me, yo, how's Mike doing? How's Mike doing? Is he okay? I'm like, yeah, he's good. Like, we're trying to figure out an exit plan. And I'm hitting up other people from other nationalities. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And some of them are just like, I'm gonna just stay in Dubai. I'm good. Like, I'm all right here. I'm safe.
Yeah.
Which I want to take a step back for a second. And the UAE is incredibly safe.
Yeah.
But I think people often forget that it's still in a region that is filled with generations of conflict, right? Like, and I think that people take that for granted and kind of forget when they're there, because it is like a utopia. Like
it is. We've been in that bubble for so long, shielded and protected. And the leaders there have done a great job in making us feel this sense of like safety, you know? So it's a hard dilemma, and it's kind of like a mind fuck almost, where it's like, so Sunday morning comes, and then it's like, it's beautiful. The weather's nice. Everybody's back to work, meaning the hotels are operating, restaurants are operating. I can still get my delivery. Supermarkets are stocked. Everything's just on point. And it's like, oh, that was just yesterday. Like, that's how safe it is. It's like, that was just yesterday. It's done for. And then again, boom, that late afternoon, it comes again. It's like, damn, what to do? So I'm thinking of a plan. I'm like, this is, and you know, you try to reason with it because you're like, this has never happened before. Right. You know, the UAE has never been in a war or anything.
I don't think they've been in a war since their inception in 1971. I don't think they've ever officially been part of, this would be their first, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is something that's unprecedented, and it's like, it's new. It's everyone.
Yeah.
So everybody's just trying to stay positive and just like, this will be over in a day or two. It's not that bad. The air defense system is A1. I could tell you for sure it's A1.
It's certified by
it's certified. It's not a myth. It's for real.
But let's not forget what happened. we thought it would be over until they murked the Iranian supreme leader.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
When they murked the Iranian supreme leader is when I think Iran was like, we're about to come with True Project, whatever they're calling it, like project, whatever it is. And they're like, yo, we're going to go down with the ship. Like, how do you, when
So
you're
speed
reading
that
all
up,
this?
I think that was Monday. Because that, to me, that was the first bad night. Everything else, and it's weird to say now or to reason with it. And I want to just say, my heart goes out to anyone that's ever been in war, because I think I've just experienced not even a true fraction of it. And saying that, I've seen missiles. I've seen 3 missiles go over my head. I've heard the sound of missiles being intercepted. What is it? I felt, debris falling and it's shaking, your building, your window. And I'm like, I could say I think that's nothing. I'm blessed to be here today and to get out of there, because some people, when I look at other countries, I'm like, damn, there's no way they could even get out. So I don't want to say this and man, it was crazy, but it was crazy at the same time.
For you, it was crazy.
Yeah.
For you personally, it was crazy. But let's also talk about that. You have a home to come to, right? In the US. Some people, like you said off camera, are from places where it's worse. The situation, right?
Yeah.
Right? So they're like, where am I going to go, back from here to there, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what were some of the things that
Wait, let me finish that Monday. So that Monday, when the supreme leader gets killed, right? I guess Trump thought that this was going to be like Venezuela. You took off the head and that's it. We got him. And I feel like they got stronger, or they got just more pissed off. And that Monday night, I remember it was 40 minutes straight of just bang, bang, bang.
Fireworks?
Just front row fireworks. They made it rain. And it was scary. At that, 40 minutes of going through it, it was 30 to 40. It felt like forever. And I'm like, damn, it's over.
Yeah.
One of those missiles are going to actually come through.
But they can't stop all of them. Right?
Yeah.
They can't, statistically, you can't stop every missile. Interceptors, the defense system, and I'm not a war expert, but based upon the white papers that I've read and the articles that I've read from credible sources, is that interceptors are not made to be an infinite defense system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you can build missiles faster than you can interceptors.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if Iran keeps at the rate they were going, eventually the interceptors will run out, or they will not be as impenetrable as they've been.
Yeah.
So that was my only concern. I was like, you got to get out of there ASAP.
And what a lot of people don't know is Iran, they produce their drones and missiles at 20,000 a pop. So they're just letting them go. And then to stop them, it costs $1 million or something like that.
It costs a lot of money, man.
Stop. Yeah.
War is expensive, man.
Yeah.
War is expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so Monday.
So Monday, I really can't sleep. This is Sunday night, I guess, going into Monday. I really can't sleep. And then it's what is it? Thankfully, I got a job that understands and was like, you guys could work remote, things like that. Some people are not fortunate to have that. Some jobs expected people to actually come into the office, business as usual. And my heart goes out to them, because I'm like, man, what pressure do you have to, after not getting sleep, being woken up by missiles being intercepted, to go and actually work? And I'm telling you, those first couple of days, probably that whole week, to be honest. What work did I do? I don't know, man. I was just out of it. And, everybody in the office or on teams online were just like, hey, what's going on? What's the plan? What are you going to do? Are you okay? And definitely as a community, I think the whole UAE came together and is coming together during this time. But actually what real work got done, I don't know. I do not know.
What were some of the conversations you were having with some of your peers out in the UAE? Some of them, I think were they like, yo, I'm just stay here, chill? Or most of them on one side of the fence or the other between leaving and staying?
I think you have a few type of views or people that were there. You have people that are so invested in the UAE that have businesses set up there, invested in many different properties, that it's like they can't go. It's like I'm all in. over here, you know, and they're gonna try to ride it out because you know, the leadership has earned their trust and to make them feel safe and that nothing's ever gonna happen no matter what. So, you know, they were just locked in. And then you have some like me that actually just experienced certain things that were kind of closer to it, and that they're like on the first flight out.
You were the last flight out
Yeah.
when you left.
Well, that day when I left, yeah.
You were the last flight out. Yeah, I remember you sent me because that was when they actually hit the airport, right? Like you were in the
Dubai
terminal.
airport.
No, the Dubai airport.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because you left out of Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did you have like a fighter jet escorting you?
No.
It wasn't one of those.
So from what I heard, it was just that was for the Olympic team, the Netherlands Olympic team.
Okay.
And it was the Netherlands that actually sent the fighter jet.
Oh, they're like, yeah,
It's not every flight. Not every flight is getting the fighter jet escort. You know?
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so during that whole week, that's everything that's going on. And it was kind of like a pattern, which was confusing because it was like, and I guess, you know, Iran is a Muslim country, and it's during the holy month of Ramadan. So it's like, man, during the fasting hours, during the daytime, nothing was going on. So you almost had that sense of like, this is over. It's not that bad, you know? And honestly, on a good day, it was like, oh, we heard one alert. Like, you know, that's a good day. Yeah, you know, that was a good day.
Like only one bomb threat today.
Only
like,
one bomb threat. And then on bad days, it was like nonstop all throughout the day, 5 or 6 alerts. So that happens the whole week. There was not one day that it was just peaceful. And then the kind of schedule was, you know, you'll get something very early in the morning, like 3 a.m. And then that once, you know, that iftar is done, that's
when they started.
That 8 p.m. time is on and cracking again. You know, so I mean, it ain't
they
funny.
were sleeping.
But
No,
yeah,
it was not. It was not
like,
funny. It's not funny at all.
It's not. You know, we laughing from the
nervous.
to let the nerves out, to be honest with you.
Nah, but it's crazy because like it's not like they're going at all times. I'm sure they're choosing their spots, they're choosing their locations and stuff. But you know, my heart goes out to, like, you know who my heart goes out to?
Who?
Deliveroo drivers. And the Uber drivers, because they were out there working, delivering food.
Shout out to the construction workers.
They were still building?
Yeah.
Oh my
Cab
God.
drivers, the restaurant workers, all the service workers out there. Big respect and praise. They make that country. They make that country go.
Yeah.
So, man, tip well while you're out there.
So what were some of the things that your family was saying, loved ones, like when you were out
everyone, I mean, everyone that was not there, all my friends and family, everyone's like, yo, you got to get out. Come home. It's not worth the risk. Like, just come home. And what I realized about the news on kind of both ends, and I think in general this applies across the board, is there's two extremes, you know. There's the Western news that's sensationalizing everything, that it's like, you know, making it super dramatic, and that like it was going down, shit's hitting the fan. It wasn't like that. And then you have on this side where it's like nothing's going on, business as usual, we're fine.
We're walking in the malls, drinking our sheets, smoking our sheets, drinking our tea.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, it's definitely not those two. I think it's somewhere in the middle. You know, it's somewhere in the middle.
It's not as calm as they say it is. Yeah. It's not as crazy or popping off like it's going right now.
It's not as crazy, but you know, I think there's like a hidden anxiety there, where it's like now that bubble that we thought like nothing can ever happen, it's like in the back of everyone's mind, where it's like, any second it could go down, and any pin drop. If there was someone that had like a Lamborghini or a muscle car that was, you know, cranking up, it was like, oh snap, like you just looking, or a neighbor moving furniture, it was like you just jumped.
You're just jumping.
And so even now, me being back home, it's whenever I hear loud noise or anything like that,
You got PTSD now?
Definitely. I was speaking to some of my friends that were on the flight with me and that left to their respective destinations, and you know, they told me, you know, they're still paranoid, you know, that they're just anticipating something happen. And one of my friends said he was watching a movie with his daughter, and like a loud bang happened in the movie, and him and his daughter just looked at each other like, like damn, like just scared and silent. So it's a real thing for some people.
Yeah. So how did was there any interactions between you and the U.S. government, or in terms of like alerts that you were getting while you were there from the embassy, or just what was your experience sort of with that sort of channel of communication?
All right, man, I got a few things, man. So first of all, a lot of people are insensitive. Before we get there,
okay,
I commented on one post by, I think, Bloomberg Business.
You commented?
Yeah, I commented. And I was on social media. I'm checking the news. I opened back up my X page and all that to see what was going on.
Twitter is really the forum, bro.
It's to get the news, like the latest updates. X is it.
Yeah.
But I commented on a page, and you had comments from people saying, "Oh, why did you move out there?"
What did you say though? What did you say?
No, so it was saying how the U.S. government is trying to evacuate, or sends out an evacuation notice to all U.S. citizens, and they're providing support and this and that, right? Which was a lie. So one, they announced it 3 days after the war, right? Where all the commercial the commercial flights were closed. So it's like, how do you expect us to evacuate when it's 3 days in and then the airspace is closed, So it's kind of like we're left out to dry. And then they had some number. And at first, when you call the number and you spoke and you actually got to speak to somebody, they're like, no, you're on your own. We don't provide services to get you evacuated.
That's what they said, verbatim?
That's what they said. Yeah. That's literally what they said. You're on your own. So it was frustrating. So I'm just voicing this. I'm going off on the comments. And then the responses I was getting were, "Oh, that's what you get for living abroad and not living in America." And it's not like I pay taxes, by the way. I still file taxes. I pay taxes.
You got to. That's the tax code.
Yeah. No, but and if I have to, I expect certain services.
Right, yeah.
This is the services I expect to get chartered out in case of war if you still want my money.
Yeah, right. Right.
And we're one of the only countries that still
one of two
countries that still
worldwide income
get taxed on worldwide income. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, you left the US and you don't even pay taxes, so what do you expect? No, I still pay taxes.
No, he pays taxes because he makes over the threshold, ladies and gentlemen. You don't pay.
I don't know. This year was hard. This year was hard. This year was hard. So, I don't know.
This year was hard.
This year was hard. I'm broke now.
Okay,
I'm broke.
So when so you were told you were on your own. Okay, you're frustrated.
So we're on our own. And then I guess, what's his name? Marco Rubio?
Right? Oh, yeah, Secretary of State.
Yeah, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I guess he got the message because there's a lot of Americans that are in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially military service people.
Yeah. But besides that, just regular civilians that have jobs there in tech and finance, teaching abroad as well. There's a lot of Americans, you don't have to be in the army to be out there. There's a lot. So our voices were heard, and then I guess they made a change and all that. So now when you when you call and all that, they're still not doing anything, but now they have a form to fill out where you fill out if you need help or not. But I was taken aback because one of the options there were if you require a loan to pay for a commercial flight.
You should give me that for free.
Loans. Exactly. So and keep in mind, we started the war. It's our fault that we're in the war. There are other countries that are properly evacuating their citizens and all that. Other countries that are not as rich as the U.S. and all that. You
Romania.
Name them.
I think Romania, right?
Bulgaria, Thailand, everyone, the U.K., mostly every country, the French, every country is evacuating their citizens except the U.S.,
So they're evacuated. They're gonna give you the loan to evacuate.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta take a loan out.
They're gonna take a loan and then you're gonna owe taxes and you're gonna pay money on the taxes that you pay them back with.
It's crazy.
It's a scheme, man. It's a scheme.
Yeah.
All right. So what ultimately went into the decision for you to actually leave though? Like I know you and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
Not that you were ever on the fence, but like you were talking about the pros and the cons and what actually caused that for you. Be like, I gotta go. And talk to people about what you had to do to get a flight. Because you said you were on the Hunger Games. I think people need to hear that.
Yeah. So what went into the decision was, I don't think it was a hard decision, when it comes to your life, there's no job, there's no property, there's no material things that could keep me in a place where I feel like my life is in danger. And when I say that, it's not to go against the safety and protection that the UAE was providing. For me, it's that 1% chance that I'm not familiar with. I'm not familiar with how things happen in war. I'm not familiar with, missiles potentially or drones coming into my building and exploding and all that. That's something I'm not familiar with. And I know a lot of people said, oh, but it's more dangerous in the US and things like that. I'm used to that's the danger I'm used to. I'll take my chances there. I survived all this time in the US. So I'll take the chances with what I've survived with versus a new danger. And I don't ever want to get used to that. Right. Like the decision I made to live abroad was for better opportunity monetarily, and also safety. That was the thing. Once that's kind of in question of, the what if, and it's constantly sitting on my mind, like I didn't have peace for a week straight. I didn't sleep. I barely ate. So it was like, I can't go on like this. Like, so, right. And during that time, I just wanted to be around family and friends. So that was an easy decision.
And record this episode so we could bring it to our audience because they wanted to see Mike. Like, where's he been at, man? Like, but I think going back to what you were saying about how people were like, oh, but the UK is more dangerous or the US is more dangerous. Like you said, I think it's all relative.
Yeah.
Because if a missile hits and you're in close proximity to it, chances are it's like a plane going down.
Yes.
It's probably not getting out of that situation, right?
There's nothing you could do.
Right? So at least here, like, yes, do drive-by happens, of course. Do stabbings happen, of course, right? But like, you can come out of those things.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm coming out of a missile hitting me 10 feet from me, right? You feel me? Like it's over.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. You can't, and plus you can't even compare the two, right? It's not like people have bazookas with them walking.
Exactly.
You're comparing apples to oranges, right? Like, yes, you know what? Why you don't go to like regionally unstable countries and give people open access to these type of weapons? Things will happen, right? So anyway, I know that people have a lot of opinions about this because now you're talking about people's homes and the things that they've chosen to do.
Yeah.
From my perspective as being your friend, your business partner, and someone I've come to know and love, but like, I was just like, don't even take the chance, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. You got the money, get out of there. Like, we'll figure this out. You can work from remote. Like, yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable because you have to do all the overnight shift, but you get to be at peace. You get to be around family, loved ones, people. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't think there was ever a doubt that you would come back. But
it's just when.
It's just when, and talk about what you had to do to get on those flights.
When I tell you my bedroom was like a war room, I got a plexiglass in my bedroom where usually I put my daily manifestations or things that I want to do. I erased all of that and I was like, all right, let me stay calm, right? Because honestly, I have family and friends calling me and like reacting, and that's making me nervous as well. So I'm like, I need a plan, right? And this was gonna happen, and I'm getting out no matter what. So like literally plan A was like, all right, if I could fly out from either Dubai or Abu Dhabi, that's ideal. And because I was actually checking, shout out to that website, Flight Radar 24. You can see everything that's going on in the air and things like that. And there were actually flights leaving. There were charter flights leaving. There were private jets leaving and all that.
The PJs, baby.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh, okay, they're actually coming up and they're leaving. So if I could get a flight there, that's fine. But then if that fails, my plan C was to go to Oman. So just looking at the numbers statistically, at the time that I left, I think the UAE had received over like 1,300 missiles that were aimed towards the UAE. And then if you look at Oman only had 2. And it wasn't in Muscat, the main area where the airport is. So, and I know people that made that troop by either getting a taxi, getting a bus. Is like, it could go from a 5-hour trip to a 10-hour trip. But they were safe, and then they were able to then fly out to places like Istanbul or any place.
And then from there, you can just get home.
And from there, I'll figure it out. And, I'm blessed to be in a position where it's like, I have the means to like, all right, I'm going to spend, I don't have private jet money to get out, but commercial airlines, I could spend the money to get a ticket to just get out and go anywhere in the world with my passport and then figure my way back home, which I don't take that for granted, and I'm thankful for that. But yeah, that was the plan. And then literally, I was booking. I had like 6 tickets booked, like because it was like playing lotto. Like you would book a ticket and you would think you were flying out that day, and then the night before you'll get an email saying the flight was canceled. So I just keep getting cancellations.
I remember I hit you with one. I was like, yo, your flight got canceled. Your flight's going to get canceled. You were like, I haven't been hit with that yet.
Yeah.
Remember that? Right? I told you, I was like,
exactly.
yo, the Emirates and ETS said they're not flying out, and it hasn't even got to you.
Yeah.
And then you told me like 6 hours later, yo, they just canceled my flight. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
All right. So you were out here maxing your credit cards. Just
right now, Etihad and Emirates, I need the refunds back. You know, so because it's maxed out for real. Because tickets, I got the one-way tickets were going for like anywhere from 2,000 was a good deal to like 4,000, 5,000 for one way.
USD.
So
you were playing business class money to get out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yo, these people were price gouging.
One way, and this is one way.
They were price gouging people to get out.
Yeah. I'll just tell you the prices. I'll just tell you that was the prices. So,
so the war they gave us the wartime. They gave us the wartime special.
Yeah. So then the day of was so nerve-wracking. The day of I barely slept.
Okay, so you get the ticket.
Well, I had many tickets.
Yes.
But then this ticket seemed like it was gonna go out. Cause I'm like, and it was so eerie because that day I left out on Saturday and Friday was super smooth. It was like we had something Friday morning, like the alert and some missile interceptions. And then the rest of Friday was smooth. Like it was like, damn, is it over? Am I leaving too soon? Like, damn, it's over. Why am I leaving? You know, the nighttime, it's like nothing. And I'm like, nah, this is too good to be true. Knowing my luck, like it's too good to be true. I go to the airport, right? Mm-hmm. And like I said, shout out to the UAE. If you're ever going to be in a place where there's a pandemic, where there's a war, the UAE is the place to be. And I wish the US and many other countries took notes from the UAE because during this time, they made sure it was limited flights that went out and just the process to get in and out the airport was smooth. And comparing now to I'm looking at what's going on, TSA is not available in the airports. It's a mess. Yeah. And I just came from a place where it's in a war conflict zone. And I'm telling you, getting into the airport, it was a breeze.
Right.
Like everything was so organized. Shout out to the crew, to the Etihad flight crew, the pilots. They did an amazing job, right? So we get in. I'm like, all right, I can relax. I'm checked in. I'm up here in a duty free, like maybe let me pick up some cologne or something like that. And all of a sudden, see the police just, hey, everybody come. Because you know it's the new airport, right?
Oh, I haven't been there. It's the Sheikh Zayed airport.
Yeah,
right?
so it's a brand new airport. It was featured in Mission Impossible. And a lot of it is glass. Like it's a beautiful structure and all that. They start telling everybody to just come and like just shifting everyone in an orderly fashion. And everyone that was there just reacted like just the way you would want everyone to react, just following the orders, trusting in the police that they know what they're talking about and where we can go to be safe. And then they had us in an area where it was just concrete, where it was no glass or anything like that. And we were just taking shelter for like 40 minutes and all that. So yeah, so it was scary. And then that time I didn't get any alerts in the airport, but they're everyone, the workers, everybody just shifted to this area and we're just low. And I'm just thinking,
they told you to like lay down or something like that?
Yeah, like, just like stay here, relax, but stay here. This is for your safety. Stay here. So everybody's there. And I'm just like, damn, like, and looking at the time, I'm like, this ain't no drill. This is the real thing. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, where's the impact going to come from? Like, that's what's going through my mind because I'm like, where should I brace or what's potentially going to come down and all that. This is all the thoughts that's just eating into my brain. And then more so, I'm like, shit, I'm not going to fly out today. Back to the drawing board. I guess Oman it is. I got 3 drivers on deck. I'm like, we going to Oman today.
I remember you hit me with that. You're like, yo, if I don't fly out Saturday, I'm going to Oman. You had it. What were they taxing the taxi drivers? I don't mind me asking.
What, 2,000, 2,500 dirhams. So whatever
That's
that
not
equals
bad
out
at
to.
all. To take a private car all the way to Oman?
Yeah, I mean, but typically it's cheaper. You
To
know,
take
typically
a
it's cheap.
5-hour ride to
Typically
Oman?
it's cheaper. I mean, by U.S. standards, that's an amazing price.
Hell yeah,
That's
it
an
is.
amazing price. Yeah, for me, I was like, whatever, like, I'm gonna do it. So, but after the 40 minutes, and this is when you know, like, just everything is business as usual. After the 40
So
minutes,
bags
they're
are
like,
checked. That's
all right, yeah, bags are checked. I passed the immigration. After the 40 minutes, it's like, all right, everybody go to your boarding area. And even the workers went back to the stores and all that. Set back to selling perfumes. It was business as usual. And I'm just numb at this point. I just go immediately to my gate and they're still boarding. I'm like, okay, cool. And even though I'm nervous, I'm like, all right, still, like, let's get out of it. If they're telling us to take off, it's safe enough. But then as soon as I board the plane, I'm seeing that that missile actually hit Dubai airport, I think close to the runway or something like that.
Yeah, yep.
So it's like, oh man, I'm like, are we safe now? So now I'm thinking this, are we safe? But then finally, and it was another 40 minutes on just the runway, we're delayed. Finally, we take off. And at this time, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, they're about to tell us to get off this plane. I'm like, something's going to come in and I got a brace on the plane. There's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
I'm on a plane. But then finally we get to take
I'm
off.
just nervous, dog. Like, I'm nervous for
It
you.
was nerve-wracking.
So what were you feeling in the plane, bro? Like you were there, you were just like thinking like, damn, like another one's coming this way. Like,
I'm sure I'm just praying to God, man. All these days, man, I got close to God, just praying. I took my mom's ashes with me. So I was like, man, my mom is protecting me. Like, I'm gonna get out of this, you know? So, we take off and I'm like, all right, cool. But then I'm like, then I'm looking at the flight path. Flight path immediately did like a U-turn and then we're going through Africa. I'm like, cool. So we dipped off, went through Africa.
yeah, because they weren't going through Saudi, because usually they go through Saudi, right?
Yeah.
So
no, usually we go straight through that route. What's the straight?
You go from there.
You cross over Doha.
Over Doha into Saudi. Yeah. Nah, ain't no way we're going over there.
Yeah,
they went to Ruwais.
Yeah.
And they went to Ruwais and then went through Africa.
Exactly.
Did it delay the flight at all? Like actual flight time?
It was a true 14-hour flight.
Okay, yeah, because usually it's not. It's like 12 and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
it was really 14 hours.
Yeah, damn. So it felt long then this time. Felt a little long.
Yeah, and I was up the whole flight. I saw all the new movies. I ate every meal.
I can never watch movies on these flights, bro.
No, I was up the whole time. I couldn't sleep at all. And then only when I got to when I seen we was over Europe, I was like, all right,
you good now.
We good. But then like 2 hours to land, there was some turbulence. I was thinking for a quick second. I'm like, I've just escaped missiles, a war zone. I'm like, don't let anything happen now. I'm like, it's 2 hours ago because the turbulence was real. It was like up and down. I'm like, damn, come on, just land this plane.
So going back to, two things. What are some of the things that your perception about the UAE and Dubai and Abu Dhabi that you now have that you didn't have previously because of these events? Like, what did the events reveal for you?
I mean, so it revealed that the people of the UAE, the leadership of the UAE, truly cares about its citizens and its residents. And they truly want peace. And I think the whole Gulf GCC, there's 7 countries that's in the GCC, they all want peace and they want to protect that. And they're doing a lot to protect that. Even, the UAE has received the majority of the missiles and they still haven't struck back or shot back because I think they know that would just push things on further.
I think they've been intercepting.
Intercepting only. Yeah. They haven't shot anything back. And they truly are a peaceful people. And to me, I have no doubt that the country will recover from it. It's just when, it's just when.
So when you landed in New York and you finally got there through the airport, what were you saying to yourself? What were some of the things some of the first feelings that you felt?
Man, I haven't been this happy.
You like
to
your
touch
rats now,
down
right? You're like, oh, the
in
rats!
New York, where I felt like that. I felt like coming to America. What was the scene where Eddie Murphy was like, I think, did he either say, fuck you? And then the guy said, fuck you. And he said, fuck you too. Like, I felt that. Like, I wanted to just scream that out. Like, you know? Yeah. And it's like, give me all of that. Give me all of that energy. Like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I was
know?
happy. I was happy that you were back, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was really happy that you were back.
So,
But before we like sign it off, like what are you worried about some of the things that are being said here in the West that are not either A, being misconstrued, or B, people are not talking about enough?
honestly, I think we're all messed up here in the US. Like the US got it all wrong. I'm so disappointed. I feel like it's embarrassing to be an American. Like just how we're handling it. You know, just I thought out of anything, I thought having Trump in office, he would be America first. And it's like I don't feel that way. You know, even as far as like getting the citizens out, getting us out, I didn't feel that way. And there's still people that are in the Middle East now that are stuck and stranded that don't have the means to get out commercially. You know, if they got a big family or just individuals that can't afford to they might not have a credit card, or if they do, max out their credit card or just have means to get out. So I was just disappointed. But I think in general, the public is on the right side. The people of America, like we're on the right side of, nobody wants this war. I think that's a consensus, right?
Yeah,
I don't think there's people saying, let's go to war and let's say, everybody's like, why are we doing this?
Well, we know why they're doing it. Like, we know why they're doing it. But
so,
like,
you know, I'm just disappointed in our leadership. But with the American people, I think as a whole, no matter if you're left or right, everybody's like, why are we in this war? And I think maybe this will unite us. You know, maybe we should be. Before we get banned, I think our TikTok is banned. Let me not say much more. But
our TikTok hopefully will not be banned because of this. This is Mike's and my opinions here, but like
exactly.
At the end of the day, this is based upon what he saw, right? Like, this is your account, and you're allowed to live that account, man. And
but in general, man, I think, man, I just pray for just peace all around, you know, just on both sides. And I know, speaking from just the country that I just left, the UAE, they want nothing more than to just have peace.
Right.
I think the US wants peace. I hope so. I know the American people wants peace. Yeah. So we don't want to send our troops over there for no reason.
No, for sure not. What are going to be some of the factors that go into when you finally decide? What needs to happen from your perspective for you to actually go back?
For me to go back, I need a ceasefire. I need a declaration that this war is over. I need to see that in action, because as we saw,
give it a couple of days, right? Afterwards,
give it a couple of weeks. And then I'm gonna be back. But surely I have no doubt about it. I'm definitely gonna be back there. It's just a matter of time as to when. Because as you've seen, I think the president of Iran said, "Oh, we're not gonna attack our neighboring countries." And then as he said that, missiles were thrown at all the neighboring countries. He's and all like, that.
No more.
Yeah, so I need a ceasefire, a declaration of there's no war on both sides. And let's see how that plays out in a week or two.
So if this is like the Gulf War, where it lasted a few years, you're prepared to just, like, if that's the worst case scenario, you're prepared to work remote for a couple of years? Like, if I'm allowed to. Yeah.
If I'm allowed to, yeah. Like, you know?
I'm just saying, like, if it's that type of scenario, like, you're gonna, like, what if the UAE has had a history for like a year of intercepting all the missiles? Would you still go back? And like,
so maybe at that point,
you deal with the debris and you're like, whatever, but like,
I mean, I'll probably move to Europe to be close on the time zone. So I'll try that out, you know, move to Europe.
Get a little apartment. I'm going to be there this summer so we can get lit.
Yeah. So practice my Spanish in Spain. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I'll adapt. But then maybe eventually, then if it lasts a year, bro, then I'm going to have to start reconsidering, like, all right, that's no longer a permanent home.
Right.
Which I feel now, like to me, UAE is my home.
I mean, that's where
And
you
I
live.
wanna
That's
be
where
there.
you've been there for 10 plus
yeah.
years. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So I still feel that way. That's my home.
Right.
If it goes on for a year, yeah, then I'm like, all right, let's rethink this now.
yeah, okay.
Back to the drawing board.
And you got some pizza, man. You got some pizza.
Man, I've been on a little tour since I came back, appreciating the city. You know,
Loving the rats. He's
Got
up there in
some
the you
pizza.
got to take the subway?
huh? Oh, I took the subway here.
That's what I'm talking. He doesn't take the
Yeah,
subway. He
yeah.
likes his Ubers.
Took the subway, had to walk because there's an accident on subway.
Welcome back, baby.
You know.
Welcome back.
Typical, but I love it. And then went to see the Brooklyn Nets play.
So our boy Alvin, I
shout
saw
out to my boy Alvin. You know, had some nice seats. So
pay for the tickets.
yeah, no.
Yo, you got the hookup?
No, I got the hookup.
You
Shout out
didn't
to
even,
Alvin.
You couldn't. So hold on. You couldn't bring the LFO boy?
Yeah, this was last minute. This was like, yo, bro. He was like, yo, bro, what you doing? Like, you want to come through? I was like, cool.
Who were they playing?
They played the Grizzlies. So
All right, that's the reason why the tickets.
yeah,
were free.
everybody was injured, but he texted me to come through, and then so I came through. He got me the tickets and all that, family and friends tickets. But then I'm showing the tickets. Then my boy Seth, shout out to Seth. He's the plug too. He was like, my boy, you in Zoom mode. He was like, I got some tickets for you. That's not like you. So now he sent me tickets. Now I'm courtside. So yeah,
you got access to the club?
Huh?
You got access?
No, I was literally like courtside. Like,
yeah.
boom.
You courtside, but you got access to like the lounge and the club and all that stuff that they have in there.
No. So it was like I was like in B. So it was like when you baseline, it's only one row.
Yeah.
And then it was like us right
Got
there.
it.
So it was cool.
Man.
Then afterwards, chilling by the locker room, went on the court. So it's cool. You know?
Oh, shout out to If Mike Was Here.
Yeah,
It's for you to see all the background. But man, it's happy to see you. Happy you give this account to people because this is super important. So honestly, we have to do this emergency episode so that everybody has it. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, give a follow to all of our social media channels at Last Fight Out Podcast. You can find me, Jay Lubriel, 26 across all my social media accounts. And Mike?
You can find me at If Mike Was Here.
All right.
And wait, one more. Just if y'all have any questions or if you're still stuck in the UAE or need some support or want to know alternative ways to get out through Oman and all that, leave a comment, DM us. And maybe if y'all want a part 2 or if y'all have y'all accounts and want us to speak towards that, maybe we could do that if it gives enough traction. But,
absolutely. Yeah. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks
Stay
everybody.
Safe.
Stay safe to everybody out there. Shout out to Deliveroo. Shout out to all the service workers. Shout out to all the U.S. military men all across the world fighting this, and women. And just thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. And most importantly, Mike is safe. Peace. Man, you didn't have to do them like that, man. You didn't have to do them like that.
It was film day.
Yeah.
We gotta make a statement.
Exactly. We gotta make a statement.
What's going on, man?
Flat out.